What is that? I think I'm live. Hey, Melissa, can you jump over and check the audios? Okay. Move this over here. And well, let's get started. Okay, so real quick, I don't know if I get any people watching. I'm just gonna start kind of documenting this build. So coming up next Monday is Steam's Deck Builder Fest. So we're really excited about that. Been putting a lot of work in the last couple of weeks trying to get some builds ready. Kind of starting off 2 weeks ago. This being a Steam festival, I wanted controller support. I wanted to be able to play this on my Steam Deck. So 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks ago, we got controller support in, build 12, then build 13. I've really been slacking on the audio for the game, so that was what build 13 mainly focused on. And then build 14, Melissa and I will be kind of jamming this weekend. I'll be doing a good bit of streaming, hopefully, for build 14. Build 14 is going to be huge. We're going to be adding 2 night levels, or I guess modifying 2 levels and making night versions of them. We're going to be adding challenges into the game. This will hopefully help a little bit with playtime, or just give you a little more to do. I mean, it is a demo, after all, so I'm not expecting 2 hours of content or anything, but there are some people who have been able to beat this in just under 10 minutes, with like kind of the double speed going. So I want to give a little more playtime than that and kind of challenge the players to maybe approach the levels a little bit differently. I don't know. Looks like my bit rate's not too great. Melissa, can you hear me? Does the stream look fine? Got a bit rate warning. Okay. Anyway, working on challenges. Like one of the challenges that I think will be pretty hard for people is going to be playing the game and beating it without using a fire tower. And it's going to register that based off of if you place one or not. I kind of went back and forth on how I want to do it. Like, well, what if someone places it, but they put it somewhere that they can't like shoot a slime with it or something, or won't be able to kill one. But I just didn't want to deal with that. So if you place it, you're out to the running for that challenge. But if you are able to beat it without a fire tower, then you'll get a reward for that. You get a little star for it. My goodness. Need some messages like mute. Okay, so you're saying change my thumbnail. Let's see. How do I do that? Sorry, y'all. Let me get into my YouTube studio. Getting asked to change my thumbnail. Live. Well, I guess I might as well do it on this screen. As you can see, I have not gone live in a long time. What's this? 4 years ago. Great. So yeah, it's just that. I'm sure I got a good photo to use there. Taken some funny screenshots recently, actually, so that would probably be good for this. Let me go over and check out some of these screenshots. It's not a funny one, but I think it'll do for now. We'll start with that. I just remember the funny screenshot. It was taken on my phone, so it looks horrible. Anyway, let me get back over to kind of talking about this build. So yeah, we got the challenges that are getting worked on. The back end for the challenges is mostly done. Melissa's gonna be working on the UI for that today and tomorrow. So hopefully we get that in, and we'll have a play test go out Sunday. So if you wishlist the game, if you follow the project, I think you get notified every time I send a build out to Steam for a demo, I think. But you may have to just check that out and see if it works. But yeah, so a demo should be pushed out Sunday afternoon, Central Standard Time. So sometime around maybe 3, the demo will go out. And with that, you could test out these challenges and give your feedback. In each build that I put up, there is always a survey button. I'll show you that. There's always a survey button on the main menu. Let me pop that up. So yeah, if you click that, it'll open up your web browser. This should work, I think, even on the Steam Deck. So yeah, but you could go through here and you could fill out, just some questions. And there's also just kind of like an open comments at the bottom. So if you have any thing that doesn't really match one of these questions, you can always just scroll down here and give your thoughts. That'd also be a great section if you find a bug or something that like kind of breaks the experience. You could drop it there, and I'll try and get that resolved. Anyway, yeah, let me show you what I'm currently working on. So let me just jump straight to level 3. I'll go to the demo. Then I'll go to the demo scene and tell it to go to level 3. Apparently it's already doing that. Okay, so this time it launches, it should go straight to level 3. And this is what I'm currently on. I want to make the night levels look good. So I added in support for point lights in the engine. And you're seeing that kind of at the base of the portals. And you're seeing that as well whenever you place on a fire tower. So you place on a fire tower, and then it'll kind of cast some light around it. And I think this is already looking a lot better than without the point lights, at least. And then, so after that, I added in the little fireflies that you see kind of dashing around. And we're still covering a pretty good frame rate. But bad news for the frame rate. We have way more point lights than that. to make this look good with the rest of the towers. Because if we put down this kind of poison tower, this mushroom tower here, it's a little dim, and it has some kind of glow coming off. Talked with Melissa about that, and we're gonna try to get that emissive first, see if that will be good enough, and we don't have to put a point light on it. Boy, may have to. And then, so the tree also has some issues. It's just a little dim. It's a little dim. And so are the slimes. Slimes are a little dim as well, but of course not once they get lit up with poison. Then they're really glowy. Let's run that through. But yeah, so the tree, you can see the tree just kind of blends in a little too much. It's a little too dark. My idea with the tree is on the night levels to put several fireflies around it. I think we're going to start with 3 is what we discussed. So that's what we're going to jump on first in this stream. Is I think it's the tree, but it could be the poison. Let me check out my list. I got a list. I think I had that shown us a little bit ago, but here it is. Actually, since my code editor is so dark, I'm gonna check and see if there's a way for me to turn this dark. I probably shouldn't dive into that on stream. I'll just move it off screen for now. Okay. Yeah, we'll do the tree first because I think that'll be the easiest to tackle. Now, with how I have the systems laid out, just having the tree have 3 fireflies, pretty easy. Not hard at all, actually. The problem's going to come into, I don't currently know if it's daytime or nighttime. I think the easiest way of solving that is in night levels. I guess I could do this in every level. But in night levels specifically, I could go in here and maybe add some variable called day level maybe. And I could set it to false. I think I'll do that. So yeah, I'll say day level space false. And yeah, currently the only levels that are going to be night will be level 3 and 6. So you're going to have 2 day levels, then a night level, 2 more day levels, a night level, and then we're going to have a boss fight. And that's going to be a pretty long level. Actually, most of these levels so far have kind of been within the camera's range. You can see the whole level at one time. I'm thinking about for level 7, maybe, I don't know, maybe it's like 8 rounds and we just have it, we have the map kind of stretch a little bit. I think it'd be pretty cool. So yeah, I drop this in level 6 as well. And by the way, y'all, this asset folder that I'm in right now, it ships with the game. So even this demo build, you go into the asset folder and you can play around with stuff. If you want to change the path a little bit in one of the levels and just kind of see how that feels, you could do that. If you want to go in there and like make the fire tower print bullets, you could go find the tower config file and adjust its time to fire, make that shorter. And you know, you can play with all these values and it's whatever you like. This isn't a multiplayer game, so I'm cool with anyone just kind of messing around with these config files. Have fun. Anyway, now if you want to add something new to a config file, I have to pretty much do that currently because there's no scripting in the engine. So I'm going to jump over into kind of the cursed file, how I parse this stuff. And let's see, so that's the map config, that's good. So just a new variable. I'll just chunk it in here, and we'll say if the word equals day level. Then we're going to read the next word. We'll get the next word out of that. We'll say if file word and then from here I haven't added the variable in the maps yet, so we're gonna have map, so it's not going to show up here. It's going to give an error message for now. But you know, something like day level, we just keep it with that. That's fine. So we can say day level equals, let's say word equals true. And let's go add day level into the config file. And we're going to default it to true. Most levels will be day levels. So, you know, if I forget to add it to one of these files, then we'll have a same default. Let me jump over to the level structure. We'll just, or not level, the map structure. We'll just drop that in. Equals true. Okay. And then with that, I could go to where I'm placing the tree tower and just check this variable. And if it's true, then, you know, we will not add fireflies because we probably shouldn't have fireflies in the daytime, even though right now we do. Yeah, we'll check that. And then if it is false, we will place some fireflies. Okay, so let's see, where would that be? So I have a class called placement tool, and inside of placement tool, actually let me check my chat. Okay, yeah, inside the placement tool, that's just kind of what drops down the towers. Maybe later on, when you're kind of moving around that ghost tower, giving you the example of where it's going to go, maybe later on I could adjust that to where it also shows some fireflies. That'd be kind of cool, because then maybe if you drug the tower like really fast across the scene, maybe the fireflies kind of the catch up to the tree. But you know, that's not going to make it in for the build on Sunday, so we're not going to worry about that. We're just going to worry about the placement. And okay, so I'm getting this tree prefab, grabbing that, adding the tree component to it. Okay, all good, all good. Let me just check to see if it's a night level. So I could say, you know, map dot day level equals false. Then we'll do some stuff. Now I currently have a function inside of my, I don't know if it's called level builder, scene map class. And I got a function in here called spawn firefly, and I dig it, but honestly I don't think it needs to be in this scene map file anymore. I think I could probably move it maybe into the Firefly component file, or maybe the Firefly system file. I'm not sure which one. I think. I want to take this. I think I'll put it in the system file, but I won't. I won't put it inside the system class. I'll just kind of have it off by itself. Okay, so we'll save that. It's gonna get mad for now, but you'll get over it hopefully. See, I'll jump over to the system, and up here, it's not gonna be in a class file, so easiest way I get around that, southward static in front. Put that here, and just kind of walk you through this, or just the logic behind this spawn function. So it takes a reference to the scene, and the scene's kind of like the total environment of the current game. The scene's going to contain the map, so like all the blocks of the level, all the current entities that are moving, or that have logic, so like the little fireflies that are fluttering around, or the towers that are searching for slimes, or even slimes that are moving. So just kind of all that is contained within the scene. So if I want to place a new thing in the scene, I need a reference to that. And then I also need to know what position. So this function's, it's pretty simple. Just kind of go through what makes up a firefly. A firefly has a position, so that's going to be the transform. It's kind of where it's at, how big it is. It's currently scaled down pretty small. It's going to have a color. I've baked in the color data into the texture of it, so I'm just giving it white here, which is 1 for everything. That way it won't modify its kind of golden yellow color. And then to make it glow, got this kind of emissive value to it, and that's what kind of has it glowing across the screen. Oh, I should have told this. Okay. Thank you, Mars629. I should announce it on Discord. Announcement going live. Okay, so I'm just going to announce real quick on Discord. By the way, oh my goodness. You just can't type when someone's watching. Yeah, by the way, I haven't got a Discord. Your Geek Eric. You could find the link on the channel page. I should have put it in the description for this stream, but yeah, So we'll say going live on YouTube. Chat everyone. I guess I can. We'll add people tomorrow. Okay. Yeah, so this kind of handling the color and how bright it shines. Next up, loading in the model, and then the certain type of material. The material kind of describes how it's going to be rendered. So one important thing that I did for the Firefly that's kind of unique compared to the other objects is it's unlit. So the Firefly doesn't care if there's light shining on it. It doesn't affect it. It's gonna give off its own light in air quotes. And then I got the model that it's loading, and the model is super simple. It's literally a cube, but it's a little bit special because I got the certain texture data attached to it. Then we have the sphere. So anything that gets rendered like 3D in my game engine needs this sphere collider component. I may change it in the future. At one point, I was using this to see if a asset or a model was currently in the screen, because the player could be looking forward, but there's could be stuff behind it, and if the stuff's behind it, you don't need to pass it in to the graphics card, that frame, because you don't see it, so you don't need to pass it there. That's currently broken. I need to look into that. So, but you do still need that component. So that's there. Then we got the Firefly. When I'm spawning the Firefly, I'm giving it that spawn position, and then it's just going to kind of pick a random spot. Oh, hey, Kaylee. Then it's going to pick a random spot around the spawn position to go to. And then once it gets there, it'll again pick a random spot around the spawn position. They'll kind of like hover close to where they began at. I kind of wanted that because I didn't want them to just like run off super far. Anyway, let's test out this this script. I'll make sure it's all working. I may need to include it here, and it looks like I do. So let me get that before I forget. So this is back in the scene map file again. This is what loads and kind of places all the blocks on the island. So I think it's ECS systems Firefly system. There you go. So I'm looking for nothing to change. That's the goal, is nothing changing, and not the error message. And then we'll actually work on spawning the lights on the tree tower of the Fireflies. Okay, so that's almost there. Yeah, okay, awesome. It's working. So let's chunk a couple of these bad boys on the tree tower itself. Okay, so go to the placement tool. We've checked that it's nighttime. You know what? Before I forget, let's go ahead and include that Firefly system with the placement tool as well, so I could access that function. And I could just copy and paste the function 4 times. I could always just make a little for loop here. I'm gonna go with the for loop. I kind of predict that I'm going to put 3 here, and then we'll probably adjust that value. Maybe we'll drop it to 2, maybe we'll take it to 4. It'll just be a little bit cleaner to handle that in a for loop, I think. So while I is less than 3, that'll make sure it runs 3 times. A little counterintuitive if you're not used to programming. It's like, wait, less than 3, but it starts at 0, so it's fine. And then we will call spawn Firefly. Hey, Kaylee. I'm currently working on kind of brightening up some of the towers for the levels. So I'm currently on the tree tower and trying to get some fireflies placed in there. Anyway, okay, how do I access the scene from here? Entity dot scene. That should be good. Yeah, okay, awesome. So we got the scene. We'll need a reference, and this is probably a pointer. Okay, it's on the dereference that. Yes, we're gonna dereference the scene, and hopefully that works. Then we need the position. Looks like I'm just XYZ, and that should be fine. I may need to raise it a little bit higher. The Y may be kind of at ground level. If it's ground level, then kind of got an issue there. So, but we'll try this XYZ. 3 X, Y, and Z. I was still complaining. Let me see. Did I spell something wrong? I don't think so. I should have access to that. Well, I'm not seeing it. We'll hit run. Maybe everything's okay. Occasionally, when I'm working with VS Code, it will throw an error and there won't be. Apparently this time it definitely was. Okay, so member scene entity request for which is a non-class type. Place tower. Oh no. Okay. I've done bad. I've done some bad stuff here, apparently. So this is grabbing an entity that is the wrong one. Man. Well, I didn't want to refactor this much, but you know what? Sometimes you're faced with a good chance to refactor. So I'm kind of paying for past sins here. So the problem, y'all, is I have this variable entity here inside the place tower function, and that's fine. But I am currently inheriting from scriptable entity, and that also has a variable entity. So the compiler's like, hey man, you've redeclared entity here, so get good. Fair enough. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to rename this variable. So we're going to rename it to entity tower. Maybe tower entity. I like that better. And I'm going to try and be careful about this. This could definitely be something that I mess up with. So I'm actually going to replace one at a time. So let's replace. We want to keep that one the same. So we'll skip. Ooh. Skip. Replace. Replace. Okay. I'm sorry. Like I said, just kind of paying for past sins on this one. Shouldn't have too many more to go. The big eyes you sent, yeah, I messed up. And we'll skip that one. Skip that one. Skip. Okay, awesome. So we're good, hopefully. I should be okay to go back up to the tree area that it built. If I may have messed up and I may have placed one of those, replaced one that was incorrect. Hey, we'll find out here in a second. Ooh, looking good. Okay, promising. Let's see. Okay, Melissa, Kaylee in chat. I want y'all to guess. Whenever I place on the tree tower, will it have the particles, or will there be an error somewhere else? I'll give y'all a second. So, with fireflies or without, or maybe just crashes. I don't know. Get some takes from y'all. Error. Fair. Oh no. Okay. I hope you're wrong. But we'll see what happens. Yes. we got some lights. Honestly, I think the height's fine. I know how broken. Um, okay, what do y'all think? Should the fireflies be lower? Because I don't know, they kind of feel a little high right now. Or should I vary their height? I could also vary their height. What do you think? So yeah, what do y'all think? Should I place the fireflies? Okay, so you're saying lower. Currently, when they pick a new position, it's always at the same level. Um, but do you think I should also vary their height when I pick a new position for them? Wait on the response there. B1. Yes. Okay. Okay, we'll vary the height too then. Okay, so well, first, before I leave this file, I'm gonna subtract from the y. I think let's say minus I don't know 0.5. That should lower them a little bit. And then we'll jump on over into the Firefly system. The Firefly system just manages all the fireflies. It's kind of does what it says it does. And so far, very dumb. This file, I hope to make it a little more smart later on. I want the fireflies to like flicker. Not yet. Not yet. Um, so, not used to streaming, but just to explain this file real quick. Every frame, I get all the fireflies. And again, earlier, I explained that fireflies are just a position, a color, a sphere, a model, and a firefly component. Now, I don't need the model. I'm not modifying that. So I'm going to get these three. Yeah, honestly, I don't even need the sphere. So we can drop that. Okay. That should be good. Now, I check to see if it's close to its target. And if it is close to the target, then we make a new target. And this is what we're going to need to change. So I'm always picking between 0 and 1 higher than its spawn point. Okay, I think that's a big part of the issue. I may actually not need to lower its spawn point that much, but we'll see how it looks. So we'll do -1 to there as well. Let that computer cook a little bit. I don't know, I think I should go full screen on this. Oh no. I gotta disable the dev key. I meant to hit full screen on VS Code, but apparently I unlocked the camera. Let me do that here real quick and then we'll relaunch. Sorry about that. Okay, we'll drop down this tree here. Oh no, we're going to the ground. Okay, I think the variation's good. I just have it maybe a little too much. So I may have to change this to something like -0.5 to +0.5, and then go back into where it's actually like placing the tree. I think just take this off, and we'll see what that does. Oh no, no tree tower. Okay. We'll speed this up. I'm dying. Okay, I got the tree. Let's place that. Okay, that I think it looks good. What do y'all think as far as the height and everything? This delay is killing me. I'm used to like instant responses in classrooms. So this is deadly on the delay. Oh, I hope the stream didn't drop. Okay, they become one with the tree. Can you slow them down? Yes, I can slow them down. Um, awesome. Let me just take these out. That's nice. Okay. So I will slow them down. Oh yeah, I got the speed in the component. So Firefly component. Yes, change that. I don't know, half the speed, see what that looks like. No, give me a freaking tree tower. Okay, that went pretty good, actually. Oh, I forgot. Okay, so they're still fast, but that's because I was on two down speed. Okay, so question. Should the fireflies be affected by delta time? Because currently, whenever I speed this up or slow it down, the fireflies get slower. But what do y'all think? Should they be affected by delta time or not? I don't know. I'm gonna go ahead and do it. See what it looks like, and then I'll look at chat and see what happens. I think it's drawn to be a pretty. Okay, so what delta time is doing to them is since my whole speed control button, I'm like affecting the entire game speed. If I make the game speed go to 2, then the fireflies zoom around a lot faster. But then if I make the game speed go to half speed, then they kind of go slow-mo. But I should be able to access the scene data from here. And that should have maybe, what's it called? Time scale. Wait, that's wrong. I don't have a variable for this. Do I not have a variable for this? Yeah, that's it. Unscaled delta time. So with unscaled delta time, no matter what you do, if you speed up, if you slow down the gameplay, the fireflies should move at the same rate. Oh no. Okay, so interesting. Okay, well that's fine. So apparently I need to cast this to a static cast. I need to go from a double to a float. I'm a little surprised that didn't work. I think that's the problem. We'll see. We'll see if that fixes it. Awesome. Okay, let's see how fast these fireflies move. Okay, so you see the speed they're going at now. When I went to 2x speed, well, It looks like it's changing a little bit. But it's not changing as much as before. Let me debug this. I may have a bug in my unscaled delta time. We'll see what happens. So let's chunk out a log. Let's say, what is it? Stud, toString, scene, unscaled delta time. And I shouldn't have to convert that. I think toString already has the ability to toString a double. So I shouldn't need to convert that to a float, but we'll see. Okay, so we're getting somewhere in like the 5 range here. And then I go to 2, it doesn't change. And I go to 1. Well, that's interesting. So there are some changes in there. I am not sure what's going on with that. Well, you know what? I'm gonna leave it at unscaled, and I'm gonna look into this and see what's going on. Well, you know what? Let's just look into it right now. The reason to put it off. Let's go to where it is. Let's say defined. And I got the set timescale here. I forget if this is updated inside the scene file, the scene class, or if the scene manager kind of controls it. I think I got a little order of operations problem here. So if I set my unscaled delta time first, then I do my whole scaling to delta time, then I think we should be good. Let's see if that fixes it. It's honestly really good that I caught that, because I'm sure that bug's been in the engine for a while. And this debug's still in here, so I should be able to monitor it pretty well. We'll see what happens. Okay, so yeah, we got tree again. Good. Now if I speed up, slow down, I'm seeing a little movement, but it is delta time, so the more stuff happening, so those slimes popping in, you know, that's just going to be some changes. I can't. Saving player data. Look at that one more time. Okay, so scene manager. Delta time. Okay, so set delta time. It takes on the current delta time. It applies the scale to the scenes all the time. Is this the only place that it's set? It is. Okay. I think that's as close as it's going to get, to be honest, for now. And then I'll have to do some looking into it. You know, I could turn on turn my cap. I kind of watch that. So the cap, my FPS is jumping around a good bit. So I'm not going to see a perfectly flat delta time by any means. Yeah. I think the fluctuations we were seeing were just some frames taking longer. And when you're running at this frame rate, little random stuff can make your delta time fluctuate a lot. So I think it's fine. It looks a lot better in my opinion, at least. There's not like a drastic change. So yeah, we'll roll with that. We'll roll with keeping it unscaled. See how it goes. Okay, so I think we can cross the. Move this over slowly so I don't flash bang y'all. I think we can move over the tree tower night mode. What do y'all think? Think we move it over? Think that's good enough? Or is the tree tower still not visible enough? Like, does it? I know it's not going to pop necessarily since it is night mode. But do y'all think I need to do more to make the tree tower more visible? Sound off in the comment or in the chat. I don't do live videos. This is weird. Oh no. Yay, done column. Nay, need to make it brighter. The fireflies getting off light. Okay, so the fireflies are emissive, but they don't necessarily give off light. Do you think the tree tower needs a light over it at nighttime? Doesn't see. Okay. We'll see. I could throw a spotlight over it, or just a point light. See what it does. New tree tower model. Okay, so the new tree tower model that you're working on, Melissa, I think would help this out a lot. Because it's going to have emissive nature to it. So for those who don't know, Melissa is working on a new model for the tree tower, and it's going to have these green cracks going down it. They'll be glowing. That will help. That will really solve this problem. I don't think we're going to have the model in before demo day. Melissa, do you think we'll have the new model before Sunday? What do you think? Because if you think we get the new model in, I'm going to leave the tree tower how it is, and we can come back to it after we get the new model. Let's see. Fireflies. Okay, you know what? I'm going to throw a point light over it, and we'll see how it looks. You know, we can play around with that. So I haven't done many point lights yet in the engine. They just got added in kind of yesterday, I think. But it's not too much to throw one in. So I just need these like 10 lines. I already have one for the fire tower. Let me come up for this. So if it's nighttime, then we will place a light. Lights aren't as complex as fireflies when it comes to their component structure. There is a transform, so a position for the light, and there is a point light component. I should adjust this because I think it's set up. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and adjust it. Let's just go ahead and do that. So it's currently got like a little red tint to it. I'm gonna give it a white light, and I won't have it shining as bright as the fire tower. I think the fire tower, and then maybe the ice tower should probably be the brightest towers at nighttime. So we'll start with a 3 for the intensity of the light, and go from there. Its height also may be a little short because the tree tower is taller than the fire tower was. I don't know. I don't know. I think it's gotta be. I think the light's gonna be higher, but I kind of like it. I didn't think I was gonna like the point light on the tree tower. I'll be honest. I did not think I was gonna like it. Um, but I kind of like it. Let's throw a one on there. I may need to lower it. Maybe a little too high. We'll play around with it. I'm gonna need opinions from chat on this. I'm not an artist. I've been writing a game engine for the fun of it. Um, so what do y'all think? Is that good? Um, let's see. I wish I had some more scenes set up for this stream. I'm gonna stream tomorrow, guys. Um, and I'm gonna have some more streams or some more different setup for this because what I want to do right now is I want to like zoom it in on the spot I want feedback on, but I don't have a good setup for that. But what do y'all think? What do you think on the tree tower as far as how lit it is? Is that good? Should be brighter. Um, I could play with more values on the light that could affect it. Let's see. Kaylee, Melissa, what do you think on the light? Oh, I'll play around with it some more. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take I have no idea what OBS is doing right now when it comes to the screenshot tool. We'll see. I'm gonna take a couple of screenshots of the different variations of the tree tower, and we'll see what happens. Gonna try and shorten the range on it. I think that will be good, but have it closer. So maybe the top of it will be brighter, but it won't have the range of the fire tower when it comes to light. I could also put that because the quadratic nature of it should make it fall off more. We'll find out here. I have not played with lighting enough with OpenGL. It's something that I should learn more about. I kind of dig this more. I'll take a screenshot. I'm gonna do a couple more tests. Some different like kind of light placements. I kind of like this lit peak of it. It's kind of got a little Christmas tree vibe to it. Which probably shouldn't be what I'm going for, but you know. I don't know. I kind of dig it. Okay. I changed this to, what was it, 64. I had on a different one. And I think this will be the last of the light test, I think. If you give me a minute, do a test run. The model. Oh, okay. I didn't know the model was that close. Ooh, I kind of like it. Might be a little too dim. Not gonna lie, might be a little too dim. But it definitely doesn't light up the surrounding area. That's what I didn't want to happen. I didn't want the surrounding area to get lit up by a tree. I just need the tree to pop a little bit. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Melissa. I think it's close. Okay. You know what? I'm just going to pause there on the tree tower. I'm going to move it to done. We'll Looks like Melissa is kind of close on having a model to give me to replace it with. So we'll call this version done, and then we'll look at the new model when I get it. Melissa, when you get the model, can you drop it in the YouTube chat? I want to have Discord up, or as easily viewable as before. Okay. So yeah, we'll leave it like this. Let me get the Miro board out, and I'll move the tree tower over. Let me write a little commit for it. Ooh, I'm still printing out these log messages. Let's get that crap out of here before I commit. Big thing, y'all. Big thing. Keep your projects tracked in version control. It is so freaking important. And don't work all day and make one commit at the end of the day. I've seen that mess up so many people. It's messed me up in the past. I've gotten a little bit better about it, so I don't run into it as often. But it's a big deal, guys. You're gonna lose work, and not only that, if you have your project in version control, and just like every time you do a small task, you're committing that work, then if you run into a bug, it's really easy to find out where that bug is created. Because you got all these kind of like save points. You can just go back and look at the code, or go run the code from that point in time and see if the bug's still there. It's really easy to narrow that stuff down. So for following that good practice, we're going to go ahead and do some committing. Now I did fix that bug with the scene manager, so I'm going to commit that first. So let's say git add and git commit. Let's see, unscaled delta time bug fix. Now this is something that's hard, so don't feel bad if you don't always get this, but try and have the message for your git commit to be pretty good. Oh no, I'm on the head. Okay, we're just gonna switch over to Git Kraken. That'll be easier for me. Not gonna mess around with that on stream. Okay, so I found my email. Let's use these. Put in the repo. Not assets. Okay, so that is good. Now let me open up the submodule. And just a little heads up on how the project's structured. There's this kind of main project, STS Canis. That's the Stop the Slime gameplay code. And inside of it, it has a submodule for the Canis GitHub project. So the game itself is proprietary. I'm putting it on Steam. But the engine, the Canis repo, you go check it out right now. It's open source. It's on my GitHub. Let's see. You drag develop onto head, fast forward, develop to head. Awesome. Okay. Task. Why can't I push? That is not good. Let me see if it at least updated develop correctly. Oh, I'm still on head. Okay, okay, all good, all good. Head detached, head develop. So I just need to get checkout develop and let's see status. Ooh, I'm a little concerned. That didn't work out too well. Oh no, I think it didn't work out. Whew. Thank you for the undo button. Yeah, I need to fast forward develop to head. So, and then, okay, it worked this time. Awesome. Nope, it didn't. Crap. What is going on here? You know what? Let me just unstage. Let me just unstage this stuff. So I will, let's see, reset head, mixed. Well, yeah, let's do mixed. Okay, so I'm still in head, but I got my change back. So now I could change over to develop. I got my change. I just need to recommit it, so not too bad. Just a little yucky. Okay. Let's see, what I called last time, was it fixed, unscaled, delta time bug. And we'll stage all this. Say tree tower night mode. By the way, Melissa, I don't know if you noticed this. You are on a different branch. You probably knew that. I'm just bringing it up. Oh, you made a new file. Awesome. Okay, we shouldn't have any problems then. If you're in the tower.blend. Awesome. Okay. Yeah. So what's next? So we got the tree tower done. Could work on fireflies next. Does anyone in chat have a game that they like how fireflies are done? Because I know I've seen them in games. I've seen them in a lot of 2D games actually. But I can't think of a lot of 3D examples. I know I want them to flicker on and off, somewhat. Oh no! Should the firefly go completely invisible, or should it just dim? Because I can make it dim separately as well. I don't know. I don't know. I kind of think dim. You know, maybe it goes between a 0.5 emissive and a 0.1. Kind of ranges between those two. So I could do that. Yeah. I think that may be the call, honestly. But we'll see. I'll do that, and then yeah, we'll see how it goes. So the last thing I have on the Firefly ticket is to make them blink in some way, as well. What else was there? Oh yeah, There's a little problem with the Fireflies currently. Let me show you that. Teensy teensy weensy little problem. Let's get this loaded up. Maybe it's time again to look at my build times. Occasionally, I need to work on how all the files are included, because it kind of hurts the build time of the project. But anyway, go to the next level. Ooh, so yeah, that's currently the problem with the fireflies, is they're out in daytime. So I gotta fix that and then make them kind of blink or fade in, fade out. So let's get them not spawning in the daytime first. So that's gonna be in the scene map, and then let's see. I think the function was spawn firefly. Okay, yeah. So I'll just say if level dot map dot day level equals false, then we'll spawn the fireflies. That should fix that problem. So let me just check it real quick. You never know, maybe I'm calling spawn firefly somewhere else. So good chance to check it out and see. While it's loading up, go ahead and open this thing. Okay, so we got fireflies, nighttime. Awesome, what we want. Darn it. Where else are they getting called? So if day is false, spawn these suckers. Let's see. So that's commented out. Let's go to, say, final reference. Sorry about that. Okay, so it's in the placement tool. Ooh, that's rough. That is rough right there. I feel like something may be wrong. Let me just run it again. Let me run it again. Fireflies, 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 fireflies. Why are there fireflies? If day is false. And day should default to true. It's defaults to true. Okay, you know what? A good thing to check right now is gonna be where I'm loading and like I'm reading in day from the actual config file. You know, let's just let's print it out. Let's say log day. And I guess I could just check the word. So log day plus word. Oh. Forgot this file didn't have the namespace in there. Honestly. Let me just add it. Using this. Okay. So day is false. Cool. And next level. Ooh, I think I know what it is. I I think I know what it is. I'm probably not resetting the map itself. Okay. I hope this doesn't break things in other ways. That's all I'm gonna say about it. Oh yeah. Okay. That sucks. That sucks. So I'm clearing it here. Yeah. How do I want to handle this? Is this a pointer? It's a pointer. Okay. You know what? I'm gonna do a quick fix for it. Kind of hate it. Kind of hate to do it. I am just going to make sure this value, this day value, is in all the levels. I don't like that. I'm going to put it on like just a personal note for me to go and fix that. It's not really resetting those values. Don't like it. Don't like that's not actually resetting the map each time. So got to get that fixed, but hey, the Steam Festival, it's right around the corner for me. So some of these things, they just gotta stay how they are. Okay, let's try that. And let's, okay, awesome. Looks good. Looks good. We'll take the W, even though it's kind of a W with a band-aid on it. So we fixed the fireflies not spawning. I think the next thing is gonna be the placement tool. No, where is the firefly component? Okay, so what I'm thinking is when the firefly is close to the, let's say, target, it will be bright, but when it's not close to the target, it will get duller. The intensity will change. That's what I'm thinking right now. Let's go in here and go ahead and change these. Let's see, I think 0.5 for max intensity and 0.1 for minimal intensity. I think that will be good. So I already have target position. Let's go ahead and give a last target position. And I think that'll work. I may need to add a function in my math class to get me like a reverse build curve. I think a reverse build curve would be pretty dope for this. Or I could do a build curve and subtract from it. We'll see. Okay, so target position and last target position. And then we'll default that to 0. And then inside of the Firefly system, whenever we get a new target, first thing we're gonna do is Firefly dot last target equals Firefly dot target position. Let's see. Oh, you returned. So Kaylee, I fixed the fireflies from spawning on day maps. They don't spawn in day maps anymore. And right now I'm working on making sure the fireflies kind of flicker a little bit. That's what I'm working on right now. Okay, so we got the last position. So now I think I'll just kind of give a section, little comment here for lights. And I think I have a function for a bell curve in my math library. Let me check. Okay. So it takes in a min value and a max value and a fraction. So let's see if that function works. Let's see if that function works. So I could do animation bell curve, pass in the color. I need to change this variable, but the intensity. And the min value is going to be... Ooh, I think I'm going to reverse these. So I'm going to actually pass in the max as the min, because I actually want the maximum value to be on the edges of the bell curve. So it's kind of like a reverse bell, but we'll see. We'll see how that works. So yeah, we'll say Firefly dot max not max color, max intensity. Although we may change this to be the color instead of the intensity. The intensity in my engine's kind of iffy right now. Gotta work on it. And then we'll give it a fraction. The fraction is going to be easy. The fraction is just going to be the current distance over the total distance between the last position and the next target position. So let me kind of shift this down a little bit so it's a bit easier to read for me. Okay, so up top is going to be current position. So that's going to be our current distance traveled. So that will be the distance of last stored inside of Firefly. Firefly dot last target position, and then transform dot position divided by one more over, there we go, divided by let's say distance. This one will be last target to current target. Okay, you know what? We'll see what happens. I may need to change this to color instead of intensity. I think that will probably need to change, but we'll see how it looks. Maybe it'll work. Ooh, I think it's working. Okay, so the kind of glow around it is getting bigger and smaller. It may be hard for y'all to see on stream. Let me see if I could zoom this in. Okay. No capture. You know what? I'm going to do this in a very jank way. Okay. How does that look? Are you able to see the fireflies now? Nice. Okay. Does it look good? Do y'all like that? Or do I need to also adjust the color? Because like they got a little bit of glow around them. I don't know how well that's showing up over stream. Looks like Melissa could see. But do you like the kind of glow changing, or do I also need to change the color? Because like fireflies in real life, whenever they stop glowing, they're no longer yellow. I don't think, if I remember right. What do y'all think? Should also bell curve the color. Slow down the glow change. That's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard. Yeah, they go darker in life. Let me see. Maybe I can do it. Maybe I can do it. Let me readjust this. Fit screen. Okay. You know what? We will give it a shot. So we're gonna try not completely to black, but we'll do a fade. And I'm just gonna keep, you know what, I'll break this out into its own variable. You know, I'll call that T. Let's say float T equals that. And then for this one, we'll just do it again, but we will bell curve the color. Now, I don't know if I have the bell curve function set up for this. I don't think I do. Interesting. Let's see. Firefly, meth-h. I do not. I just have it set up for floats. Let me override that real quick. Do a vec4 version. And then let's see, you'll go down here. Where's oh good lord, where does this at? Bell curve. Okay. So I'll just duplicate it down here and I'll change it to a vec4. Do I have namespace in this file? Apparently I do, because that's there. Awesome sauce. Okay. So, let's see. Oh, I need to change these as well to vec4s, the min and max. I think that's all I need to do. Honestly, I think the math should just kind of convert over just fine, so that should be it. This is the problem. So I need the max color and the min color. Awesome. And I don't think for the fireflies, I don't think I actually set color values for them, sadly. So let me check on that. I have way too much stuff open. This is like me in Chrome. Way too many tabs. Just a little. Let's see. Yeah, I must have closed it. So let's pull up the Firefly component. So I got the min color, max color there. We're gonna need that. And let's see. It's not the map. Is it level map? What's that file called? Scene map. There it is. Okay, yeah. And I moved it. I forgot. First thing I did on the stream pretty much was move the spawn firefly somewhere else. Oh. So it's white. Oh, that makes sense. Man. I swear, I forget so much of what I do. It's not great. Okay, so this should fade. I haven't got the time change though, so I'll take a look at that, Melissa, and we'll figure that out. Is it Melissa? Is it close to what you're thinking? Would be good for like the time between it going from dark to light. Ooh, I like that. I like that a lot. How's it look with the tree tower? Oh, I like that a whole lot. Yeah, I got the hard eyes. Let's go. Kaylee, are you still in? If you're still in, what do you think? Let's see. Oh yeah. Okay. Seems like everybody likes it. We will move the heck on then. I am not asking. We're not going to question it. I'm surprised that went so well, to be honest. Let me just, you know what, let's just do this and get cracking so I can be a little faster. So yeah, we modified the math file, so I have another bell curve. What was that? Vec4 bell curve. And then over here. Oh, Melissa, have you changed the demo challenge map yet? If you have, I won't push this because all I did was I added one line to it. It would be very easy to add back. So have you changed that file yet? I will wait on response there. I'll just do everything else. No, awesome. Well, I changed it. Stage all. Let's see. Flicker. That's probably not how you spell it, but that's how I spelled it today. Fireflies. Push. Okay, super stoked about that. That went much faster than expected, so means we get more time to mess up with some of the other towers. Okay, so fireflies done. Let's move on to the ice tower. I think the ice tower is gonna be pretty easy. It's more or less just add a light to it, and maybe play with the emission. So we're just gonna want to make the ice tower look better at nighttime. I'm gonna pull up the game, and we'll take a look at what it currently looks like at nighttime. Of course, we want an ice tower. We don't get an ice tower. That's how it goes. For some reason, the portals look darker to me. I don't know. Could just be forgetting. Okay, yeah. So this is what it currently looks like for the. You switch to the tower branch to test it. See if the change material. Okay. Yeah, I'll switch over there because I haven't done anything yet. Let me get a screenshot of the level. I love having screenshots when working on graphics, so I kind of compare what my changes are doing. Okay, so we want to make that ice tower look nice. But I'm going to go over, Melissa just asked, check out her branch. I'm going to go check that out before I start making changes. Okay, so we got into the tower branch. I think I just need to hit play. Melissa, do I need to do anything else? Dreams get real design. Oh, change material. What material does it need? Oh, the yes material. You know what? Let's look how cursed it looks first. No, there's a bug. Did y'all watch that? Okay, I gotta do that again. I'm gonna reload the scene. Okay, you see, look at the portal. Look how bright it is. And then let me place a tower. I'm gonna start with the fire tower. Okay, place the fire tower. No problem. No problem. Now, let's place the tree tower. But keep an eye on the portal. It gets dark. Oh. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Okay. Well, I'm gonna think on that. I definitely played with some values on the light of the tree tower more than others. So maybe there's a bug there with that. Yeah, that's yeah. Mm. Okay, but you know what? We're here to look at Melissa's model change, so let's do that first. I think that's gonna be in the I don't know. It's probably gonna be in the placement tool. Spike tower. Ooh, tree prefab. Oh yeah, I got a prefab. I forgot. I don't know how you have to rebuild this. I don't have many prefabs, but this is one. Okay, so tree tower, no, not config, prefabs, towers, tree. That's the one. Melissa, is a new model. Is it still called tree tower? Because that looked the same. You're saying I need to change materials. So I could change that, but I don't think your model's in here. That does look brighter. But I don't. Oh no, it looks like looks maybe saturated. That's the right word. I tried it here. Yeah, like it's almost white. Or what's going on there? Yeah, I'm in your branch. Let me check. Maybe it didn't switch correctly. It says I'm in your branch. I feel like I'm looking at the wrong thing. Let's see. Did you? It said you modified the tree tower. Tree tower. Is that the same file? Models, towers, tree tower obj. Something's going on. Something's going on, guys. You know what? I'm going to break out the Blender. And we'll open up that file. Or we can import the file. Might be a better way of saying it. Import obj models towers tree tower. Oh, huh. Interesting. Oh, y'all. Okay, I know what it is. I know what it is. Don't save. So, in the engine, it's got this thing to where if you make a model, the first time it loads it, it converts it into the engine's binary model format. That way, the second time you load the file, it loads faster. The problem with how I have the system set up is it's really dumb. It doesn't check to see if the original file changed. So how you have to update the models is you actually have to go find the model. So it's in towers, tree tower, and you delete the binary file. And the next time the engine loads up, it will go, oh, file's not there. Must make new file. Look at this. Okay. Okay, this is cool. Okay. Ooh, I kind of like it. Kind of like it. I just need to re-export it. I'm gonna do that real quick. Let's see. Melissa, I'll do the re-export. Don't worry about that. So another limitation of the engine, everybody, is Blender. Everything has to be a triangle. So in other engines, they'll actually kind of compensate for that. And mine, I don't have any method of fixing it, or at least easily fixing it. So what I'll do is I'm going to actually should probably save the I'll just open that file directly. That'll be fine. So I think if I open up the file, the model towers tree tower, let me hide everything else. Yeah, see, it looks good in here. So Blender patched it. Melissa, we may need to play with how far these roots are out. I mean, I guess I could probably actually stick it in the ground a little bit. That might fix the problem. Because one of these roots is kind of going into the path, which honestly might be fine. Might be fine, actually. Let's see. So on export, and this is for everybody. If you want to download the demo and mod the game and replace any of these models with different models, one of my friends replaced the slimes with the hot dog guy. The hot dogs were hopping down the path. It was a little wacky. But yeah, whenever you export the model, you gotta go in here and let's find it. Well, not tree, towers, there we go. Tree tower. You gotta make sure it's selected only. Well, I guess technically you don't have to make sure that, but that helps. And then over in geometry, you gotta click triangulate mesh. And then let's turn off export. That generates stuff that I don't use. We'll export that, and hopefully I'll launch it again. The tree should be fine. Open the tower. I hope I did okay, plus I saw your messages. Oh, by the way, for anyone that may have joined later, um, this is Stop the Slimes. You could check out the demo on Steam. There'll be a big update to it on Sunday, so if you want a wish list, you should get notified. Okay, that looks. I think, I think that fixed it. It looked like there may still be a gap in there. I wonder if some of the vertices are flipped. Let me check that real quick. Back face culling. What is face orientation? Well, it looks good in here. Well, why does it look like I see through it? Maybe it's just the angle, but it looks like I see through it in a couple of spots. I'm not sure. I'll come back around. Oh, I know what it is. Melissa, she was doing some green on it. Okay. I'm gonna open it in the Blender file. Play in daylight. Okay. Yeah, Melissa, I probably don't have the emission turned up. That's probably what it is. Let's go to the day map. Yeah, I need to crank that emission. Okay. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll jump over into the placement tool. Well, okay, apparently don't touch that in there. Where is the tree tower? Tree prefab. Color component. Use. Let's see. I definitely want to spell this right. Oh, not there. And I was about to spell it wrong, of course. But glad I didn't. So we're telling it to use a mission. This takes a number. So I'm just gonna pass in 1. And we'll see how that works. Okay, 1 was definitely not enough. Let's crank that. Still not shining. I'm gonna check out the tree in the Blender file. Maybe there's something up in there. Don't save. Okay, yeah. So we got some green in it. Let me select those faces. Let's see, edit mode. Select. Okay, so that is in the specular no emission. So I just gotta move, I gotta highlight these faces and oh no, I'm shooting through it. No. Let me turn off wire. Well, I don't have wire view on. Why am I clicking through? What's wrong? Well, I don't like that at all. Okay. Move that over here. I really don't want it to be affected by the light so much. Move that there. Actually, there's a way quicker way of doing this. I don't know why I'm being dumb about it. I select all the faces, and then I could select the green ones up here and move them down. Okay, awesome. Now with the UVs edited, oh darn it, she's let me do that. Okay, never mind, never mind. Okay, Melissa, tell me whenever it's pushed. Update the file if you would. The OBJ, just tell me whenever it's pushed, and I will check it again. I could hear her laughing at me from the other room. Okay. Well, we will. You know what? We will just go back to my checklist. Oh, no, you know what? There's something more important than the checklist. Whenever you place a tree tower, it makes the other lights darker. I don't know what's going on there. So that's going to be priority numero uno. So a definite possibility for the problem is going to be something related. Sorry about that, yawn, guys. It's going to be something related to the shader file. So if we go into shaders, and I'll be honest, it didn't seem like it affected the map. You know, let's check that out. So, you know, we got this kind of the bottom of the portal is lit up, right? But then I placed the tree. Ooh, it didn't go off that time. It did not affect the lights the same way. I don't like that at all. It may be something in the last build or my last commit that caused the problem. Let me do it one more time and we'll see. I'll put the tree exactly where I had it the time before. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Did y'all see that? So if the tree is close to the portal, all is good. All is good. But if the tree is farther away from it, it's done. No lights getting cast. Okay. So I think it's something to do with distance. And I was working on an optimization. Let's see, render mesh with shadow system. I was working on an optimization for the point lights, because point lights, how I have them getting calculated, they're so expensive. This is all being forward rendered. I don't know if y'all have dealt with forward or deferred rendering. I may talk about that in a later video. But just know they are so freaking expensive for rendering right now for my system. And so I was doing this whole, you know, if... Ooh, break. I should have said continue. I should have said continue. Oh. The doggo has been released. Oh, it's fine, Melissa. I'm changing stuff in Canis, so it shouldn't affect your branch. Unless you're ready for me to test it and it's in develop. Okay, so let's drop. Okay, so that went well, and I think it honestly I think it's a distance thing. So it really shouldn't matter if it was a tree or not, but of course we're gonna check if a tree actually does affect it. By the way, horrible place for a fire tower. Don't put a fire tower at the end or the beginning of a path. You're just asking for wasted. Yes, fixed, fixed. We're gonna test that one more time. So if you hit F7 and I don't remove the debug buttons, if you hit F7 it reloads the scene. Probably shouldn't have said that, but anyway, you will get the same card order though. So if you were hoping, like, if you got a bad draw from the random shuffle, then you're not gonna get saved. Let's drop this. Okay, yeah, it's fixed. It's fixed. Awesome. Okay, so let's check out. I'm just gonna let me stage. I can't stage canvas apparently. Let me delete my changes. Discard my change to that stuff because Melissa's doing this is her branch. I'll jump back over to develop. Still have my change. Let's go ahead and go back into Canis. Switch me to head. I hate whenever you change branches, it jumps you to head. I just wish it would stay the branch. If both branches are at the same commit, why does it change? That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Okay, so let's say multi-light bug. I don't know what to call it. Multi-light bug. Okay, so that's pushed, Melissa. You should be able to test it on your own by just modifying that prefab file and deleting your binary version of the tree file. So whenever it looks good to you, just holler at me, and I will check it out on stream. Okay. Well, excited that's fixed. Let me check my to-dos again. Okay, so next up is the ice tower. We're just going to chunk a light on it, see how it looks. So again, we're going to be in the placement tool. Now I toned down the light on the fire tower, or on the tree tower. But ice, I think we're going to be back pretty bright. So we're just going to throw that there. Honestly, guys, I need to be checking in these spots to see if the level is a night level. Because honestly, it's kind of wasted. It's kind of wasting the performance. And you know, it's not just a number. FPS is not just a number. Like once you're over, 120, 240 FPS, that's cool. But it doesn't get really smoother. Like you could go maybe 340. There's some new monitors up there, or 360 refresh rate, and those are cool and whatnot. But like past that, you're not really feeling a difference, I don't think. What you do get from just writing better code and more performant code is whenever someone's playing your game on a Steam Deck, your game will let them play without plugging in for like 3-4 hours, whereas a less performant game, they may get like 30 minutes to an hour. They have to plug in to the wall. So you end up being a better experience on those mobile devices. So that's a reason why, especially on this game, I am heavy on performance, on trying to squeeze everything I can out, because I'm the person with the Steam Deck, and so I don't want to have to plug into the wall every 30 minutes. So very selfish reason, but I find those work for me. What was the next one? So I could be thinking about it. So there's ice and then cauldron. I think cauldron's gonna be a little special. Honestly, the ice tower maybe as well. We slapped. Of course, we want an ice tower. We don't get ice tower. Actually, Kaylee, if you're still here, what do you think about the new tree tower? I kind of like how spooky it looks. This isn't the final version. Melissa's working on an updated one that's going to have kind of glowing green slashes in it. But what do you kind of think of the silhouette of it? Ooh, I like it. I like it. I think it should have a blue tint, though. I think it should have a blue tint. I think I still have the red from the fire. So, but I like the glow, and I like the kind of emission it's making on the top. Let's see what it does with the icy wind that comes off. Oh, that's kind of trippy with the red light. I do need to change it, though. Gotta change it. Let's make it blue. I forgot about that. Gotta be careful when you're copy and pasting code. So RGB, we want to lower the R. You know, I should check with the color palette. So let's go with that. So that's 82. Oh, that can't be right. That can't be right. There's no way that is blue. No way. How in the world is that blue? Maybe it is. Maybe it is. I mean, it's so close to white. So that could be. I may need to drop to one of these. You know, we'll see how it looks. See how it looks. This is gonna be a very white blue. So it's 82, 96, and 99. It's gonna be very white. But there's more colors on the color palette, so we could definitely change it and see what it looks like. Oh, that's bright. Let's see what the fog looks like. I could lower the intensity. Looks better. Digging it. Let's lower the intensity to like a 3. See how that looks. I want it to be lit, and I want it to look magical. At the same time, I don't want it blown out. I don't want it blown out at all. So, gotta be careful. Now, I may need to come back to this tree tower and turn the light up on it. Like, it's like a little, I don't know. Yeah. Looking a little dim. I think it's a little shorter than the other tower was, so that may be the reason. Maybe I could just lower the light then if it's just a height problem. But I'll wait till I get the new model. That's still mega bright. Melissa, do you like the whiteness of the light here, or do you think I should go a little bit more blue on it? What do you think? Is that a new thumbs up or is that an old thumbs up? I don't have timestamps on these. It's not good. Oh, you like it? Okay, awesome. Awesome. Okay, I think I will turn it down a little bit and see how it looks. Let's try with the 2 on the intensity. And then probably leave it after that. Ooh, I think. What do you think, Melissa? 2 or 3 on the intensity, on the brightness of it? 2 or 3? What do you think? 2 or 3? Anybody? On the brightness of the ice tower. So this is currently 2. And it should be a little brighter. Be a 3. I can even go 2.5. You want to try? You like the first one? Okay, we'll go 3 then. I'm gonna do one more run. Just take a look at it before closing it out. Okay, it is checking for day or for night, so that's good. Yeah, after that, we'll jump over to the cauldron next up. Okay, so we gotta speed that up so we get a ice tower and just take a look at it. For anybody that's new, I'm currently working on a demo for Steam's Deckbuilder Fest. And yeah, that does look better. One of the new things in the demo for the game is some night levels. So I'm having to kind of set up the towers. We added fireflies, which I think were a big help. It's adding kind of point lights in different spots to make the night levels look better. Okay, that looks good. That looks good. We'll roll with that. We're also adding in challenges into the game. Currently there's 3. I may add a 4th one in before the demo goes live on Sunday. So if you're interested in some of these changes, go ahead and follow the page and wishlist the game. And I think you're notified whenever a new build goes out if you do those things. So go ahead and do those. And then sometime Sunday afternoon, should be around 3 Central Standard Time, there should be a new build out with all these changes. And you can check back in for the live stream tomorrow, and I'll be working on a boss level that should also be in the demo build. Okay, so I think the ice tower is good. I'm gonna go ahead and commit that. Did I close? Boss? Yes. We're gonna have a boss slime. It's gonna be epic. It's gonna spawn more slimes, either out of the portal or from itself. Haven't ironed that down yet. We gotta have a boss in here. Ice Tower Night Mode. Got that committed. Now, okay, next on the to-do list is the cauldron. The cauldron, it's going to be special. I already know it. It's going to have its own headaches. It's probably going to have a combination of point lights and modifying the model file itself. So we'll go ahead and run it and take a look at how it looks to begin with. I don't think I currently have a cauldron in my starter deck. I need to give myself a cauldron in that starter deck real quick. So config, deck config. I'm going to take the fire tower out. I feel very good with it. And I'm going to take the ice tower out. I feel good with it. The tree, we're going to need to check the model here in a bit. And cauldron. And let's go poison. Okay, poison's still in. Okay, let's roll with that. That way I don't have to wait for a second hand to be drawn. I'll know I have the 3 correct cards. Yeah, that looks bad. That's real bad. I hate to say it. Because I love performance. But I may need to have it glow at the base as well. So I need to glow at the top. I may need to glow at the base. That sucks. Not gonna lie. That really sucks performance-wise. But whatever. Let's see. So I need that pot to glow. Placement tool. So apparently this is split up into 3 sections. Oh, that's the cannon. Never mind. Cauldron. Okay, so the cauldron has... this is transform. This is model. Where's the color of it? Start color, in color. Okay. Ooh, it's... why am I telling it not to use its albedo intensity? I want to see what happens there. Let's give it a 5. You know what? I already got looking pretty good on daytime. I may need to keep that at a 0 for daytime, but I turned it to a 5 for night. We'll see. Now this is just going to change the bubbles, potentially. Maybe too much. That's just going to change the bubbles. I'm just going to go ahead and break this off into night and day. So we'll say if level map dot day level, we're gonna have it at 0. Else, so I threw it at 5. 5 was no go. My mouse is messing up. I may have to get a new mouse. I really like this mouse too. It's doing this thing where when I right click, as soon as I let go, okay, I didn't do it that time, but earlier, as soon as I let go, it like double clicked, and so it unselected the menu. Okay, it's not doing it. Okay, oh, cool. Maybe I don't need to. Could also potentially clean it. It's got 2 screws on the bottom of it, of the mouse. But I don't know if I could really take it apart. It looks very kind of sandwiched together. Yeah, it's still too bright. Let's toss a 1. Let's toss a 1 on it and see. And I could always throw on a point light above the cauldron. That may be the play. Okay. Apparently, emission is not helping me on this, really. I could also play with the start and ending colors. I could do that, and that would probably help a lot. If especially this emission's not working. That's not terrible. Honestly, not terrible. Still not good. Not what I want. Let's drop it by a little more than half and see. I really don't want to mess with the colors, to be honest. I was really hoping that the intensity was going to carry me on this night mode. That's not terrible, but it's not good. It's not good. You know what? I'm not going down this path. I thought it was maybe promising, but I don't want to spend any more time on that than I have to. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna split up the start color and end color. We're gonna have two different versions of those. We'll say, okay, if it's daytime, do what you're already doing. Looks good. People like the cauldron in playtest. Don't want to mess with that. But if it's nighttime, let's mess with it. I think easy thing is to change the night intensity for this. Let's go from 90 to 150. Okay. Yeah, should be good. Should be good. Oh, you said try 2.5. I didn't see that, Melissa. Oh, okay, sorry about that. Some just looks off on that. I don't know why. The bubbles don't look good at night. Man. Okay, let me go ahead. Well, I'm thinking about it. Let me go ahead and check that 2.5 on the ice tower light. Do the base light. Oh. Are you saying below the cauldron do the base light? Or just chunk a light on the top of the cauldron and see how that looks? I forget I have an ice tower. Let me get an ice tower real quick. Yes to what, Melissa? I asked 2 questions. Okay, I think 2.5 looks good on the ice tower. What do you think? Below the cauldron. Okay. I don't like it. It's probably gonna look good. I don't like it. Okay, let's actually copy the fire tower light, because if it's below the cauldron, it should probably be red. There should probably be a fire beneath it if it's bubbling stuff. So we'll have this. It's gonna need is nowhere in need to be 5 on the brightness. If anything, it probably needs to be a minus 0.5, but we'll see. Oh, she likes 3 better. See, I was thinking the 2.5. Okay, you know what? I thought 3 looked good. thought 3 looked good. Let's go with 3. Let's make it splash. Ooh. Ooh. That does look good. Oh, and it makes the bubbles look better, I think. I think it's too bright. I kind of think it's too bright. What do y'all think? Do y'all think it's too bright, or you like it? Oh, you would like it. Are you sure? You want me to try to lower it? I can lower it. Oh, it's too bright. Okay. But you'll like the vibe. You'll like the vibe. Let me. Let's try like 1.5 on it. Yeah, that doesn't work. I could change the quadratic value because 16 makes the light spread a lot. I jumped up to like 64 and it'll be a much tighter light ring. I'm sorry, I don't know. I'm not used to live streaming. I'm not used to this delay. Okay. Let's drop. I like it. I like 1.5. But if y'all want it brighter at the base, we could go for 3, but I could change that quadratic value and it'll fall off fast. Do you want it bright at the base? Brighter at the base, but with like kind of this light spread. What do y'all think? And while I'm waiting for feedback this time, I got some orange juice. My voice getting a little dried up. I know there's some game devs out there who are milk gang. And I like milk. But you know, I'll take some orange juice when I can as well. Oh, what was it before? Okay, so I'll take a screenshot and we can do a comparison. I'm gonna do 3. So this first screenshot is 1.5 on basically the intensity. What I'm calling intensity. It's not really, but basically. We'll do a test at 3. That's what it was at first. It was 3. But I want to try a third option, which is 3, but change the quadratic value to 64. So there's a much harsher fall off. But we'll see. Okay, so this is 3. Take a screenshot. And we'll do 3, but with 64. That's the quadratic. And I believe it should have like a very fast fall off of light. So it should glow nicely at the base, but then not light up the whole scene. Or I saw it do that already, but you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm trying to say, hopefully. That I'm just rambling. I can say it's already looking a lot better in my opinion. With some of these changes to the towers. Maybe that was too harsh of a fall off. I'm not gonna do a screenshot of that. Let me boost this to like a 6. So I have a 6 and a quadratic of 64. See how that looks. Was I doing like a really nice bright base for this? I mean, there's a fire, conceivably. Take a screenshot of that. Okay, we got the screenshot. Now I can, I can move this over. This is a new install, so I don't think I have anything on this, but in case I do. Okay, so the one on the left is 1.5 for intensity. The one in the middle is 3 for intensity. And the one on the right is 6 for intensity, but with a high quadratic value. So I'm gonna take a little liquid break. I want to get opinions. What do y'all think? Should I try a different one? Do you like one of the options here? If you like one of the options, just comment 1, 2, or 3, and I'll go from the left side. So it's be 1 and then 2 and then 3. So you comment 1, 2, 3, one of those values. Or if you want to try and change some of the values, try to get something different, I could try that as well. Like 2. Okay, one last question. Would you like to see something brighter than 2? Or just 2 is good? Let's see. So let's change this back to 16. And I think 2 was 3. Let me run that one more time just to verify. So we need to do a couple more things on the cauldron, even after having that base nicer. We gotta make sure that the cauldron's top looks as green as its bubbles, or at least close. Okay, that looks good, yeah. But you can see with a little bit of red light and also it's dim, the top's this, it's not doing it for me. And I want it to be this, I want it to be very toxic-y. So, to help with that, we can grab an if statement and go down to the actual model itself. If I can find it. So this seems to be the cauldron. Yep. And looks like we have a 2 there. Let me just try out a 5 and see if the intensity value didn't help me last time, but let's see if it helps this time. You know what is a little bit better? A little bit better. Let's crank it. Let's go to 10. So how that looks. It's giving off very white light. It's not giving off very green light. So I think leave it at 2 potentially, but I have another emissive value for this exact instance, this exact case. And it's, not that, it's this middle value. So basically what I could do is I could say, use this color for emission instead of the base color. Right now I'm not using it for daytime, and that's probably good because it looks good at daytime. But we can make a specialized version of this color component for nighttime use. So I don't think we need anything coming from that bottom variable. Now I just need to get a color that looks nice up here. So to do that, I'm going to pull out GIMP, and I will open up the color palette, and we'll try and find a green that goes well with this. I think the cauldron was made before the new color palette, so I don't think I have the exact green, but we'll see. Diffuse. Let's keep. Okay, so there's some good greens in here. I think I'll go with this green. That looks pretty nice. And that looks like it's going to be 60, 90, 37. So go ahead and type that in. Zero 0.6, 0.9, and 0.37. And to kind of boost the intensity of this emission, we can multiply that by like 3. And I think that will be good. We'll have to test it. I haven't messed with this middle emissive value in a while, to be honest. So definitely could have some issues with it. Ooh, I don't think it's working. Let's try cranking it. I may have to look at my shader code and see if there's anything I need to do to modify it. Yeah. Not looking too good when it comes to our little green top. Let me go look at the original model. The model may have something wrong with it. So we go into Blender. I think this is one of those. Well, this may not be one of the original files. So there's the Crystal Tower. What is that model? There's Mushroom. I think it's either going to be in the Island file or in this Crystal Tower file. Let's try the island. Grass. Okay. Nope, shouldn't be in there. Let's try Crystal Tower. What in the world is this? Oh, that's probably just something else inside of it. It's probably not what it's supposed to be. I kind of like that. It's a snowball with the cannon. Okay, so this is the cauldron by highlight. This is definitely using the old materials. If I highlight this, we can see that the top is in the specular range. I don't hate it. I don't hate the tops up there, but it's kind of causing me some issues, I think. So I'm going to move it down. And we're just going to re-export. I mean, in like a real world situation where you're trying to model it more off the real world, you would want water to be specular. You would want it to shine, and this is some kind of liquid. But in this case, it's just really not. It's really not working because it's shining. It's reflecting that red light off, and that's kind of killing it. So let's go in. Let's replace it, and let's see how it looks. Okay, check. Save that. And I think I'm going to change this back to how it was, because I really think this bottom values all need to change. But we'll save that stuff because maybe we may end up needing it. And the last thing, remember, without having my object file loading, I need to delete this bin file. Okay, let's see how it looks. I don't think it changed much. Let's crank up. Oh, I didn't change this. Oh, that makes sense. Let's crank up the emission. Oh, it's the wrong cup. There we go. There's orange juice. I think that's a little better. Let me crank it some more. If bad comes to worse, what I'll do is I will separate the top of the model from the rest of it, and I could just mess with the color directly. Man, it's giving me nothing. It's giving me nothing. Let me check the shader file. There's gonna be something wrong with the shader for all that intensity to be giving me 0. Shader fragment. Okay, so you get the result. You get the result from the point lights. See how transparent you are. Check out that transparency. Okay, so this is gonna be brightness. It will not pass this check because it's just the scene's not bright enough. So this will not bloom. But then we check the emission material. And it really should. It should fall into this area, and it should just set this base color. Okay, and then I have it checking this, and it's multiplying the result. I need to set this directly. Okay. I think I see the problem. So let's go back and try to do it how I was doing it, and maybe that'll work. But it's just saying the bright color. That might not be enough. So that's 0. Let's just do something crazy. Let's start it crazy and see if it actually changes, and then go from there. Because I may have a bug somewhere else in the shader, or somewhere in the shader. This thing should bloom to high heavens, though. I'll turn on speed up, help out a little bit. It just doesn't seem like it's making any noticeable change. So let me read through that code a little bit more. Wait a minute. Oh no. Is this... It says particle entity. Oh no, it's okay, the tower. Okay, never mind. Phew. No, it's still not working, but anyway. So it checks to see if the emissive texture is greater than 0, which it's gonna be. It then checks, or it multiplies this emission value, which is probably... Yep, it's a vector 3 coming in. Let's make sure that's getting set in the right spot. What's very possible is that there's a bug in how this is getting passed to the shader. That is actually, the more I think about it, that's very possible. I could be not passing it over enough. Okay, so we have a mission key. Oh no, that's in a good spot. I don't see the problem. Let me up the value just to some crazy number. Oh, I'm dumb. I'm dumb. I'm dumb. I'm dumb. Oh man, that sucks. You know what the problem is? It's not using this at all. Let's. I'm not even gonna change this. Let's see how crazy this is blooming. Now that I'm gonna have the right value, this is gonna be insane. How bloom this is gonna be. This may bloom so much. It's just like a white ball in the center of the screen. That's pretty accurate. That's pretty accurate. Okay. Yeah, let's turn that down to 30. Yes, Melissa. If statements kill me. This is what I was telling you earlier. I didn't want to make this a state issue with the whole nighttime stuff, but I ended up doing it. Okay, it's still very bloomed. Let's go with 5. Oh, I didn't get it this time. Well, it looks like we're on the right track. I just had a bug in the if statement. Oh man. Okay, but I think if we get the top of the cauldron looking good, that should be good enough for this build, and then we can move on to something else. Too bright. Too bright. I think it's got a new person hop in. So just a heads up what we're working on. I'm working on a new build of Stop the Slimes. It's gonna be it should be out Sunday around 3 p.m. Central Standard Time. And just it should be a massive update. We're having some night levels. That's looking better. That's looking better. Let's do this at like a 1.5. And that's what I'm doing right now. I'm going through and I am tweaking the towers, adding point lights to hopefully improve the visuals for the night level. One of the next things I gotta do is jump over and make the slimes look better. Oh, I think that's good. I think that's good. What do y'all think? What do y'all think? Do you think it should be less emissive on the top? Or that's good? I'll give a little bit of time. But yeah, so getting the towers looking better at nighttime. Like on this one, add a little point light at the base for like a little fire glow. I have no idea what that means. What does that mean? Clash. Oh, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Listen to me. Thank you. Yeah, so I got the thanks, Willis. Oh, I feel so old. So getting a new tree tower in looks a little spookier to go with the night levels. The cauldron got some more glow. This ice tower is looking better. Got some glow on it. The fire tower, I don't have that in here right now, but it looks better. So those are the ones that we've done. I think next, let me check my checklist. Move that over. Ooh. I don't have one for the mushroom. Mushroom definitely needs some work. Let's say poison tower night mode. But you know what I'm gonna do next is let's do the castle. and then slimes, and then these last two towers are probably the least important when it comes to this improvement. So yeah, let's throw a light over the castle. That's about the age of my sister. She's about 7-ish years older than me. Let's see. Let me grab my code for the light I've been using. Yeah, that'll be fine. This one's a little bit of a red glow, but I can modify that. And let's see. So apparently I closed it. I'll just reopen the file. So we gotta go into where I'm spawning in, kind of like the map. So the map loading's kind of all in one step. It loads from this map file in the asset folder, and that goes into this scene map file, and it just kind of reads through everything, just spawns it as it needs it. So I think this will be a good spot to find the castle. Yep, there it is. Let's drop that in. Just needs a little bit of modification. So scene and the scene's in here, surely. Yeah, scene's in here. Okay. Oh, but it's a reference. C++. I love you. You're so strange. So yeah. Let me just change that. Did the whole double right click thing on me again. Not fun. And we need to replace this. And I think I'm just gonna make the light white. And probably needs to get raised up a little bit higher, so it'll be over the castle. Okay, let's see how that looks. I like that. I like that. What do y'all think? When it comes to just making the castle pop a little bit. I was talking with Melissa earlier, and I think we need to remodel it just in general, and maybe have like windows or something, and those can glow, and that might look a little better. But this at least makes it pop a little bit more. What do y'all say? Let's see. Oh, so I just added a light, Kaylee, to the castle here. Make it pop just a little bit more. So what do you think on that? Think it looks better, or you can make some other changes to it? Because whenever I showed a few people the night level yesterday, that was some of the feedback that I got, was that the castle being a really similar color to the ground and it being dark, it just didn't. Yeah, it definitely needs to get remodeled. That is one of the last Kenny assets. Bless Kenny so much. He's helped the game devs prototype. But I want to get all the Kenny assets out of here. At least the models. I'm probably still use some of his audio stuff. But this castle, I think this ice tower is a modified Kitty asset, and the fire tower is, and that's the last of it. Okay. Well, I'll commit that, call it good, and then we'll go on to working on making the slimes pop a bit more, because they're very dull right now, I would say. This was Cauldron and Castle Night Mode. Ooh, messed up there. Okay, before I leave this area, almost messed up. I need to... Oh, okay, I was already checking. Okay, good. I wanted to only put a light on night mode. So that's good. Yes. Yes, the only right kind of slime is a radioactive slime. I completely agree. We gotta get those bad slimes glowing. Cauldron. Full screen. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I know. I think for me it's Control P, for searching, but I knew it was over here close, so I didn't go for it. But yeah, could have done that. Control P is so nice though when it comes to quickly bouncing around the file structure. Did I get that? Okay, I did. Awesome. So by the way, um, so we got one new person in the chat. This asset folder, it ships with the game. So if there's anything you want to modify, about like the levels, you can modify paths, you can share the levels with your friends, and they'll just show up in the next game, or in their game if you share them the file and they put it in their config folder. You could like play with the values on the towers and everything. So you could mod a lot in the game. Sadly, I don't have scripting, which is one thing some people have asked for. That may get added, but also probably not for this game. Okay, so let's close that. And I think the portal is what spawns the slime. So portal system. And then, yeah, so that gets the slime model. Where's actually instantiating it? Roll effect. Okay, update, that's going to be it. So, in update, making a slime. And here's the color. Okay. So this is going to be potentially the easiest spot to modify it. I'm thinking I just multiply the color values of the slime color by like 3 and leave its alpha the same, or maybe even lowering its alpha. But we'll see. So if it's day level, let's keep it the same. Else so is this? Yeah, that is a vector 4. Okay, so I'm going to multiply that by I may start off with trying to just play with the intensity value on the emission and not just messing with the color directly, because I have had trouble with that in the past. But we'll see. We'll see how it looks. So just the intensity value, I'll set that at 2. I forget about the slimes. The slimes may be specular. And if they're specular, I may have to change their model. May have to get back into Blender real quick and change their UVs a little bit. I don't think I explained that earlier. Oh, mods. Yes. I want people to mods. You know, Thomas took the first public build of the game, and he immediately put hot dogs in it instead of slimes. So it was hot dogs going around instead of slimes. That was amazing. And then I think Gavin was actually the first one. Gavin, he changed the text, and then he gaslighted Thomas into thinking that, like it was just broken on his computer. That was hilarious. Let's see how they look. That's, I don't know. I don't know what I think about that. Let's go with the hacky way and just multiply the color value. So that looks. GLM vector 4 2. I really should explain how. Oh, I did multiply, didn't I? Okay, so just one. That makes sense. I really should explain how my colors work in this game. For if anyone does want to mod it, it would probably be easier for you if you followed this pattern. But let me check these real quick. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna check those out. You know what? I actually made. I don't know. You know what? Let me think on that a little bit. Let me show you the colors first. So I have a color palette in here. Let's see. Well, I guess I'll show you the materials first. So there are several materials. You can make your own if I'm loading the model from a prefab. I don't have many of those yet. I'm going to work on getting more just to make it a little more modding friendly. But currently the thing I just have like 5 models getting loaded that way. But anyway, so if you want, or if the model is not a prefab, you're going to need to use one of these materials that's already using. And most of them are going to use this yes default. And if you look at it, I have a texture for the albedo, for the specular, and for the emission. And I'll show you those real quick. Let's see, palettes. So I'm just gonna open them all up. So this is the color portion of the palette, and then here's the emission, and here's the specular. And how this works is they all use the same UV, and so that you kind of think that they're like laid over each other. So maybe I could say this in GIMP. Easiest. Yeah, this will be the easiest way of doing it. So basically, if you're in Blender and you're setting up the UVs, if you want something to be a color but not be shiny and not be emissive, you're going to put the UVs in this bottom right area of the color square, because that is going to be black on both the emissive and the specular textures. Now, if you want it to be shiny but not emissive, you put it in this top right. If you want it to be shiny and emissive, top left. And if you want it to just be emissive, you put it in the bottom left. So that's kind of, yeah, okay, it does look different. I don't know why. I'm gonna look at the model. I think there's something specular. Show. That's a little problem with the slimes. Let me close this before I actually save it. Let me just Control Z. There you go. Taking notes. Okay, this will be putting on a mod pack for the game. The chance that you got to. There we go. I'm gonna crank the colors and we'll see how that looks. I don't know what I feel about this. I don't know how I feel about this. They are so not transparent. But they do look radioactive. They do look radioactive. I did so much work to make these transparent. Kind of kills me a little bit. Maybe I make their transparency higher. See how that looks. Radioactive. So with how my emission works, it's really hard to have something look transparent and be emissive. Is the thing that I think I'm gonna run into with these slimes. Oh no, they're still transparent. You know what? I think that looks good. What do y'all think? What do y'all think? Oh, I think this is good actually. No, don't kill me. I'm gonna die. Yeah. Got a yes from Kaylee. What do you think, Melissa? You still in? Ooh, doo, doo, doo. Anything broken here? I should really check that. Okay. Yeah, I think that's good. I think we're gonna call that a W. Let's see. You know what? For you, Kaylee, we're gonna call this radioactive slime update. Okay. Well, before I commit, let's do it one more time for Melissa. And I can adjust this, Melissa. So if you got thoughts, this is how the slimes look now. So they are brighter coming down the path. They're not as dim. And they also get like this more affected by the light, which I think is kind of cool coming out of the portal. What do you think? What do you think? Like it? Awesome. Okay, yeah, we're gonna call that. We're gonna call that radioactive. Radioactive, radioactive. There we go. Reactive slimes. Commit that. That'll push. I kind of wonder if I should start streaming several nights a week, which will work. Because I feel like this is pretty useful for getting feedback. Anyway. Show the pause menu when you... Oh, are you worried about the pause menu? Try treat? I don't have your updates. Do you want me to go to your branch? Try the tree? Yeah, I'll do that. That's probably what you want. Okay, we'll jump over to the tower. Ooh, reset local. I don't like that. Sure. Screenshot. Oh, I just rewind a little bit if you want to screenshot the pause menu. Let me go delete my tree binary file. Something's up with that tree, Melissa. What is that green? Oh, is that supposed to be an orb? Okay. 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 I see. I see what you're doing. See what you're doing. Let me attempt to make that emissive. So I will say a cool thing. Oh no, that's probably won't work. Never mind. Prefabs, tower, tree. Oh yeah, this color. Modify the color component. Let's see. Just minimize some of this stuff. So that emissive value really should work for this situation. If it doesn't, I really need to figure out what's going wrong there. Just to kind of sanity check it, I'm just going to put 10 for everything. It's not going to look good, but it should show if that emissive value is working. Turns out it's working. Good start. Good start. I like the orb in the center actually. So RGB, maybe. Let's see. Maybe something like a 3, and a 6. See how that looks. I gotta kill some. Forgot. There's a couple of these levels that you could just not place on anything and you'll live. I don't think this is one of those levels though. Okay, yeah, that looks pretty green. That looks pretty green. Let's just turn it down. Maybe 131. The emissions is not working well in this case for some reason. I'm not exactly sure why. I kind of just want to boost the color a lot on it, but I don't. Melissa, we may have to separate the model, sadly, to make this look good. You may need to set separate all the faces from what you want to be emissive. If you do that, I will have more control over it. What do you think? What do you think of that? Well, you know what? I think this is going to be a good jumping off point for the stream for tonight. We will. I'll do some more streams tomorrow, because there's so much left to do to get the demo ready. But I'm pretty hungry. It's getting close to 8, so I think we'll end the stream for the night. Thank y'all for joining, especially thanks to Kaylee for all the awesome feedback, and of course Melissa. Yeah, I'll go ahead and close it off now, but I'll shoot a message in the Discord again tomorrow, maybe in Discord and GDA. But yeah, thanks for tuning in. See y'all next time.